Hello, how's it going? And good morning on this beautiful Saturday. Oh my goodness, no video yesterday. Also, no workout yesterday. Also, another Danish yesterday. Oi, you know what? I was jackhammering and pickaxing and running irrigation lines all day, and you know what? I didn't. I've decided honestly that keeping up the diaries and stuff like that, it just made me too like obsessive about food. I'm trying to reduce food noise. I still enjoy the fasting and stuff because it helps me appreciate feeling less full, appreciate that, my body is still functioning, and I can eliminate out foods so that I can see what I'm sensitive to. That stuff is all great, and while I'm still focused on eating that way, definitely 2 or 3 when I have a day off, more 2 or 5 if I've worked out and I have a whole work day ahead of me. I need to make it to lunch. um, but I'm just overall just working on doing better, and really, trying to make better products. I had sort of a good success with the Kodiak Jack biscuits. I turned them into buttermilk biscuits with like cheese and garlic, and it went really well with food and stuff. But I don't know if I really liked it that much. But I did finally season my Kulo waffle iron, and I got a cast iron so that it could be really versatile. I wanted to be able to use it on my stovetop. I don't like things that break, so I tend to get things that I can keep forever, that I just know won't break. I could bring this out, to a grill. Can use it in the stovetop. You could technically use it in the oven. I like how I got the square model here, so that I was able to, you can make them like paninis and grilled cheeses and stuff like that. And I can't wait to turn more recipes keto because of this. So just another little healthy eating tool. We also decided as a company that we deserved an espresso bar. And so right behind me here, future location of an espresso bar. We ordered this little compact espresso machine with a little frother on the side. I went to Costco, and fun fact, I was looking for espresso beans. At first, I looked up their Kirkland brand, and those were reviewed really well. But then I saw these Lavazza ones that were just a little bit more expensive. But when you're in Costco and it's a couple bucks, you're talking about like a couple cents per serving. So it's really not that big of a deal. So I compared that in I went to ChatGPT and I said, how does Kirkland compare to this Lavazza brand? And they said, oh, well, Kirkland brand has a lot more oils in it, and it'll clog up your espresso maker and cause it to create like a burning kind of taste in the coffee. And I was like, not interested in that. So I went ahead and splurged on the Lavazza. I got this stuff because I heard that putting MCT oil in your coffee would also help increase your metabolic index. And this has coconut milk powder with MCTs for that, and also it has coconut sugar for sweetness and low glycemic index, and it has an ingredient called aquamin, and it's sourced from clean Icelandic waters, and it has over 74 trace minerals, and it's high in calcium. So I decided we would sample with this in our new little coffee bar. So outside of no longer charting food and just focusing on my exercise, I'm getting my 4 miles a day. I'm doing my 20-minute timer to do whatever kind of yoga or calisthenics I want to freeform in my living room. I am, right now I'm trying to ramp up my company, hire on more apprentices, and we're going to start a social media marketing thing, using outsourced social media marketers to help us out with that. So we're moving a little fast. But life moves fast while we're trying to meet our fitness goals all the time. And so I figured I'd just go ahead and reflect how to do that. I'm not really taking a step back, but I'm just moving forward in a way that works with everything else that's going on. I don't want to be overwhelmed by my diet to the point where I burn out on it and just stop. So it has to be something that goes in my life really well. The focuses have to be really nice. I woke up this morning, I was very tired and very sore and stiff from the jackhammers and the pickaxing and everything yesterday. But I got myself out. I took my creatine, I did my little pre-workout, and I took myself on my 4-mile walk. I'm back home. I had my Oikos yogurt with marine collagen in it. So I'm still eating the same way that when I was keeping track of the food. I'm just trying to think about it less in general so that it's just a natural thing that kind of flows with my lifestyle. I like making nice adjustments that just work with me, you know, like for instance, swatting flies. I have no coordination. I've never been able to swat flies, but they also drive me insane. You know, we live out on kind of a ranch out here, so there's a lot of flies just out here. Well, I found this really great, this little side thing. This has nothing to do with diets. This is a bug assault gun, and you can just like pump action these flies, and it shoots a blast. You can probably see it, watch. And the salt blast kills the fly almost instantly, and I'm actually able to get them. Now, I don't actually take any pleasure in killing the flies themselves. I just can't. I have this weird thing about killing bugs or anything. But it makes it a lot easier than trying to swat it, because I also just can't swat them. So it's all about going with the flow, letting things be the way that they are, being grateful for yourself, for your situation, for what it is, what you can provide for yourself, and just giving yourself the best version of every day possible. Eventually we'll get there. Cheers.